into game number 1.
But at the same time, Mouz has a lot more going for them than Complexity has. And it really just is a matter of, you know, is speed awake for the first 2 games, I feel like. Because they're absolutely right. The offense from Complexity has just been weak. There's no bite to it ever, as it starts off with a shot from Cooksier.
Cooksier was up. The defense didn't find a clear, and my brain said, okay, that means a goal's happening, but the rest of it was able to hold up just fine. Now Flakes on the other side, finds a shot, upper 90. Nice placement. Complexity's on the board first.
Well, okay. This is a great start. A nice little chip, uncontested, a rare miss. I mean, how often can you say Cooksier's going to miss a simple back wall bounce?
What, uncontested too?
Yeah.
It's just him and the ball? Yeah, not very often there. So some defensive mistakes give Flakes an opportunity. Flakes makes it count. Greasymeister moves forward, finds 2 bumps. Here's the shot from Magnus.
Wow.
Well done, set up by Greasy, and Complexity game to play.
What is going on here? Bumps, demo, it's the Knights in Europe.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And honestly, from Greasymeister, you didn't really get to, you had to kind of be paying attention to the left side of your screen to see it there, but Greasy bumps 2 on his way out, which is well done. Here's Greasy. Now the miss of speed will find contact. Magnus play this one down. Cooksier off to the side a lot. Will have control. Play it back to midfield. Speed advances, but Magnus had the ball, so Flakes will now follow this one into the corner. Cooksier's got it over the top of him, but doesn't really have much else other than that. Speed will move in. Beats Greasymeister, but Magnus up a lot. Finds second touch to give it to Speed now. And back in. Here's a lot trying to dribble this one out, but gets demolished, and Cooksier not able to gain control. 3:53 left on the clock. It's still just 2-0 for Complexity.
Real nice job from Magnus there on the rotation back. Loving the aggression from Complexity here early on and going out and meeting them in the midfield, forcing them to show their hand. It's a well-layered defense.
Speed airborne. Onto the back wall, got Cooksier underneath, but the clear from Flakes put us back to midfield. A lot over the edge, trying to connect with Speed, who got bumped as he rotated out. Magnus not going to make contact. Cooksier's shot went into a lot, and he saves the shot for his team.
That's just, it's real unfortunate because a lot did an amazing job getting that ball out of the corner, and Cooksier placed it perfectly. Unfortunate for Mouz.
Just nailed his teammate. Mouz will still keep looking for that first goal. Flakes, actually, man, I'm surprised Speed didn't go in for that.
Yeah,
Flakes basically passed it to him. Here's Flakes on the other end, though. No one home in goal. Magnus' shot is soft, and a lot will make the save. And now, dribbling back down the other side, Greasymeister onto the wall. He's got Cooksier in that corner with him. He'll play it underneath the former world champ. Cooksier and Greasymeister, both from Season 2, won the world champion together on a team called Flipside.
Good times.
Magnus to Speed. Here's Flakes.
Nice demo.
A lot now. Back down. Flakes and Speed on the far side. Speed with a miss. Flakes actually backed off.
Okay.
Greasy up.
I'm very confused at why Mouz is so out of sorts right now.
Onto the backboard. Here comes the shot from Magnus. The defense misses, and it's off the post and out. Cooksier will be able to get this one away. What was basically a free shot from Magnus wasn't on target. Was out wide. Here's Flakes finally to put this one in off of a defender as well. 3-0 for Complexity.
I don't understand why Mouz is so slow to come out of the net here. I mean, Cooksier is a smart enough player to see that neither of his teammates is going to have a good jump at that. He had a perfect read on that angle. He had it all. He just didn't go. I'm just so confused. It's like there were 3 or 4 scenarios there where I feel like Mouz would have went out there and made a decent challenge and got out of their half, and they just let Complexity back in.
They've been struggling with just basic contact as well. Just missing things off their backboard. Here's Speed looking to start the scoring. Drops into the box. Flakes has it back out to Greasymeister. Now up against Cooksier. He just booms it from midfield, and the shot is wide. Cooksier gets bumped high in his corner. Magnus will try to move in, but Cooksier recovers on the wall and clears it laterally. Now a lot with an attempt. Greasymeister to shut him down. Speed with a half flip at midfield to beat Flakes, and Cooksier will emerge with ball control. Up against Magnus. Takes it to the air. Has got him beat off the crossbar. Back down. Greasymeister clears it from the inbound finisher. And Flakes in the corner just has to deal with Speed. What a play. And Cooksier's shot just barely high.
Unfortunate for Cooksier, but great job from Greasy to stay with it. And now they just got to hang on. They have a chance to put one away. Not quite enough boost, but that save from Greasy really does, I feel, secure the game for him. I just don't think there's enough time for Mouz, especially because this game one has just been a couple missed opportunities, a lot saving Cookseer's shot, and then just some poor defense on the Mouz end.
And just giving Complexity too many opportunities on offense, the most they've had this season. As it looks like they'll get a fourth here. Oh, just high. Here's Magnuson to finish it. He's got to try and tuck this one underneath. It's not going to work. The speed gets it away. But still, record-breaking performance for Complexity. So this is the first game this season they've managed to score 3 goals. And with 30 seconds remaining, I think it's going to be enough for the win.
A lot of demos as well. Seeing Greasy get up there in front of the offense instead of sit on the back line, where I feel like I've normally seen him. He's sort of that guy that has to play defense and really make sure nothing goes wrong on their own half.
Oh, I thought it was going to go in. Magnuson Flakes up against a lot. Greasy will find it. 4 goals now for Complexity. The defense was caught kind of with their hands tied here, and then the clear out. Cookser, I think he just maybe couldn't see Greasy Meister through the wall of players between him.
Definitely looks like that.
7 seconds left. Complexity, it's been all them here in game number 1 as they will shut out Mousesports in the beginning of this series. Still a best of 5 though. They'll have to win 2 more. They want to get their first win on the season. Greasy will flick this one high to make sure everything is all and over. A lot to speed. Can they actually get one for the road here? No, Cookser hits the post, and that has been the name of the game here in game number 1. Complexity walk away with that one.
You're absolutely correct. It has just been missed opportunities for Mouz. A couple of great pushes down on the other side, like the one at 0 seconds. Cookseer's air dribble pounced off the post. He had a pass from a lot that got saved. There was 3 pretty solid goal-scoring opportunities for Mouz this game that just didn't go their way. And Complexity, to their credit, great approach on the offensive side. They got Flakes the ball. Magnus and Flakes applying a lot of pressure. Plenty of demos. A great block from Greasy here to close it out. And I was especially impressed with Greasy. He had 2 double demo plays and opened a lot of doors for Complexity.
And this is not an easy setup to make either. Playing backwards there, the backflip into it. I think that's probably why Cookser was just driving straight at him. It's like, you're driving away from me. You're not turning around
I'm
here.
fine.
I'm fine. But moving on to Neo Tokyo, Mousesports has got to find some sort of a semblance of a successful offense here. They had the few solid drives, but even those had their fair share of mistakes. It wasn't a valiant effort from Complexity on the initial contact to the goal that was what stopped the goals from going in. It was always woodwork.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. I was fine with Mouse's offense. It's just refining the placement. The defense is the biggest thing for me. I mean, you should never have, 1, Greasy able to demo 2 of you at the same time. That's not good.
No.
But 2, it felt slow on defense for Mouz. I'm so used to seeing them just be, all right, cool, bang, cleared out to side.
They have
somewhere.
the player named Speed.
Exactly.
He is Speed. That's his whole thing.
It's just, I want to see Mouz pick up the defense. I thought the offense did well enough. Just the shooting accuracy was a little off. I just want to see better defense.
Well, here's a good start. A lot shot nearly finds the far post. Greasy gets in the way. Now Flakes up to midfield. Challenged by Speed, he'll lose control. A lot in his own corner. Past Magnus, now up to Greasy. Shot towards the goal, and Greasy actually, yes, we'll tuck that one around in.
So I want to see if there was a player on the backboard here. Magnus goes up the wall, I'm pretty sure, to go for the demo. Yeah, it gets in Cookseer's face. I think he forced Cookseer to sort of hesitate there before he came back down off the wall.
I could swear Magnus touched that. Like, even on the replay, it looked like Magnus got it around Cookser there. But the game spoke, said it was Greasy Meister. And he'll get the goal. Here's Flakes now on the wall as Complexity keeps the scoring going. Now on a 5-goal streak against Mouz.
And they brought up a great point on the desk as well. Mouz, you can't afford to let Complexity have 3 opportunities to put you away. This poor start in game 2 is concerning. Nice pressure from Cookseer, but again, just saved.
There's Magnus. Demolished in enemy territory. Speed will pick up control. Wants to carry it by himself. Challenged by Flakes. It goes to the side. Cookser's there. A nice touch over the top of 2, but his teammates weren't in position. A lot wasn't able to move in and make use of that contact. The first minute is come and gone. Mousesports with a double commit on offense. They'll still somehow tag team this one up the field. Greasy Meister out of his corner tries to drop it to his teammate Flakes. Cookser will win the challenge. Greasy's not going to have anything here. Magnus is going to have to buy time, and he does so effectively. Ball back in. Here's a lot. Flakes on the retreat back onto his own half. Manages to block that one. This ball neutralized to midfield. Complexity doing an excellent job stunting any push from Mouz.
Yeah, the ideas from Mouz, though, I really quite like them. Double tap for a lot. Actually make it 3, and he ends up pushing it off to the side. But I am liking the ideas from Mouz. Complexity doing a great job reading where the play is headed, though.
Cookser off the backboard, out to a lot. Nice extension. Magnus has to get in the way, and he does. Speed was lurking. He's still there trying to find the shot. Here's Cookser to the far side, and finally the drought will end. They tie up the game at 1 apiece.
And that's just a product. One, Magnus, not a bad clear. Frankly, gets it to a pretty good spot, but Flakes just doesn't make the follow-up play. Lets Cookser take an uncontested shot, and you know when you let that guy get a free look at the net, I mean, he'll just pick apart the defense, and he drills the right side.
Yeah, you would think that would be what would happen every time Cookser gets that situation, but that's what they had a few in game number 1. Was not able to
Well, his
score.
teammate saved one.
That's true. Very true. Cookser now pushing back into the corner. A lot up. Greasy. A nice touch. Puts it over the top of a lot and into the orange corner, but Speed's able to navigate his own corner just fine. Now off the wall. Cookser airborne. Greasy Meister's challenge no good. Here's Flakes off the ceiling, flip reset to work with. He'll keep the ball nice and high, but Speed off the backboard's got it red, back to midfield. Greasy Meister will just try to keep this one in the orange for a moment longer. Speed, red by Magnus. Nice challenge. Now underneath a lot, he'll open up space for Flakes onto the backboard. Greasy Meister now, we're looking for his teammate. Here comes Magnus through the air. He just keeps this one soft at midfield. Cookser will find a lot on the far side, actually threatened it himself, and a lot comes underneath. Complexity defense holds on. Now Flakes out to Greasy Meister. Push back onto offense. Still tied up after we cross halftime. 2 minutes left to go.
And Mouz continuously having to just play the long clear. They don't have options. They're just clearing the ball up the field, and it's allowing Complexity to hold on to the ball for long periods of time.
Complexity with a very defensive setup, but they won't get punished for it. Falls back into the orange. Nobody really home on defense. A lot's trying to move back. Cookser and Speed were able to close the gap as well. 1:40 on the clock. Cookser, midfield, a lot airborne. Speed lurking, looking for an opportunity. Stays on the ground as Magnus is up, but Magnus low on boost. He'll take his time getting the ball. Now Flakes on the far side. Again, just shots from midfield towards the goal. Handled easily by Mouz. 124, a miss from a lot on the far side, a miss from Cookser. Flakes is up, a demolition onto Speed. A lot manages to get back in time and make the save. A great setup from Complexity. The shot just a little bit too slow and gave a lot just the room he needed. 1 minute on the clock.
Not done. Finally uncontested for Cooks here. I want to see how they hang on to this ball. Because I don't think...
Oh, he just balls Flakes all the way back down. Cookser takes the shot, and that's the lead for Mouz.
So yeah, uncontested. Greasy wants the boost. Greasy's expecting Flakes to turn on that, so he never cuts in. Flakes decides it's too far, though, and stays on the line. So nobody forces Cookser's hand. And again, he picks the defense apart.
59 seconds left. Mouz with their first lead of the series. Magnus out of his own third. Behind enemy lines here. A lot's got to make contact, and Flakes thinks he has an opportunity, but falls back. Now Greasy Meister up. Cookser demolished. Over to Magnus. Speed's got to be there. It's not. Now drop it. Super dangerous. A lot makes a save. It Cookser off the respawn. Gets the clear. No pressure from Complexity despite a very high advantage situation and time starting to wane away. Flakes and Cookser will bump each other in the corner. Cookser manages to disengage. Get back out. Greasy, not a solid contact. Here's a lot with the challenge. 20 seconds remaining. Back down in front. Magnus up to the edge. Here's Flakes again. Over and across. 10 seconds remaining. Things looking good for Mouz to tie up this series. Greasy Meister over one. Follows this down. Speed. Put it back in the corner, and that one should do it here. The ball lofted. Does Complexity have enough boost? I don't think they're going to get to this ball in time. Oh, Flakes is there. Underneath one, but a touch.
Wow.
Cookser to the side, off the wall. Magnus keeps it alive. Flakes airborne. What's Greasy going to do? He's the last kind of player who's loose here. A lot with control should be able to kill it, and he does. Mousesports tie it up here.
The fact that Cooks here was the third man and challenged that aggressively concerns me at the very end. He made the touch, which is great. If you go for a push like that, you better come down with it. But Mousesports win this game. And I was not convinced by it one bit. I wasn't, because this entire game, this is a great play from Cooks here, but it's a defensive mistake. Greasy and Flakes, neither of them, he picks that ball up on his own half. Neither of them ever challenge him the entire way. He just drives straight up the pitch. Greasy can definitely cut in there and make Cooks here make a shot on net. And it's just a miscommunication that allows Cooks here to pick him apart. And that's all that happened this game. Cooks here made 2 really nice plays on the ball. The rest of it was Mousesports long clearing the ball up the pitch because they don't have anywhere else to put the ball, and then having to make some nice challenges on defense. And to be fair, Mouse played better defense than game 1.
Yes.
But
it still felt like even Cookser's final shot there wasn't all that creative, wasn't that crazy of a shot, and maybe there was even a slight misinput from Flakes as he flipped, and it looked like in time he could have flipped in the correct direction, but his car just kind of went into the wall instead of the ball there. But still, either way, if that's what's winning you games, I'm with you. That's not convincing. That's not a situation where I'm like, yes, they are clearly going to take this away from a team who's currently 0-4. Complexity has so much to play for. Every match from Complexity is we just want to get on the board. We want to have a little bit of self-decency in this situation. Let's actually have a win as one of the best teams in Europe here. And Mouz is, 2-1. They're happy. They're looking for playoff contention here at this point, and Complexity's just looking to stay out of relegation. I feel like there's so much more oomph on Complexity's side right now. Mouz has got to play their best.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because I do feel like Mousesports literally just pushed the ball all the way up to the other side. Complexity picked the ball up for free, and then they had to try and get a couple of nice passing plays, which is, that's a great thing for Complexity when we're sitting here saying you're the worst offense in the league and you suck at this game.
Yeah.
And then they make some good approaches on the ball, and it takes some tough defense from Mouz to keep him out of the net. So you can see Complexity has some bite when they're given the space, which Mouz is just forced to launch because they're always in the same place. They're never passing the ball left to right until they're finally on the offensive half. But Mouz on defense is giving Complexity chances, which is not good because Complexity showed in game 1 they'll make you pay for it.
Yeah, I feel like Complexity had it just seems like there's maybe on both sides of the ball, it's some simple just we were talking about the fundamentals with Rogue yesterday. It's kind of fundamental decisions of when to move on to offense and when to stay back on defense. And it's 2 players are on the let's go into offense game, and one player's like, oh, no, we got to stay back, right? And to some degree, these teams need to be all on the same page. They need to, when they have the moments, when they have the advantages, when a player's demoed or when a player's out of position on defense, and say, let's push forward. Let's get 3 shots out of this, not just 1 shot,
And speaking of, let's go ahead and take a look at some last goals. This was, in Game 2, a nice start from Mouz. But then after that, it gets a little hairy here. Flakes just can't handle the ball, and that's just a well-placed shot. This is Cooks here just excellence in terms of picking apart a defense. And I see what you're saying, that Flakes, had he jumped properly, he might have been able to get that one.
Yeah.
It's definitely tough to tell.
It's so difficult to manage your flip when you're airborne and pointed at the sky. It's what direction am I going to spin at this point?
So I'm flying this way. I need to turn that way, but my camera's turned around.
Especially if you have ball cam on, and it's like what direction am I facing right now? So we are getting all the players into the same lobby and making sure that the competitive integrity of the match will be maintained. That will be in just a moment. So we'll get to see match 3 here, but tied up at 1 apiece. Complexity. I appreciate seeing the productivity they were able to get here, as getting 5 goals before Mouz was able to score anything here, but just not quite able to close out game 2.
Yeah, I do like Complexity's look today. Am I convinced it's going to be enough to win? No, but that being said, Mouz... Well, I could say I'm not convinced Complexity's going to win.
I mean, there's no team has convinced me, yes, you are going to win this series at this point,
I predicted Mouz, right? But I watched game 1 and I'm like, oof, okay, not good. And then I watched game 2 and I'm like, okay, it's all right, I guess. And I'm like, Complexity, you're passable.
Game 2, to some degree, felt like somebody had to win the game.
Exactly.
So, congratulations, Mousesports, you won the game. Now convince me that you want to win the game.
You really do have to give a lot of credit to Cooks. He played a great game 2. I mean, he really did have some excellent shooting there. And unfortunately, it was just one breakdown from Greasy and Flakes on the goal line that allowed a go-ahead goal at 1 minute left, and they just couldn't get the push back the other way. But other than that, you really want to see Mousesports take much better care of the ball, because I just don't want to watch another game where they give Complexity opportunities, because you're you're asking for it. I mean, Complexity, Magnus, Flakes, those are 3 strong players that when they get possession can do things despite how poor of a season they've had.
And for me with Complexity, I want to see when they find those mistakes on defense, when they manage to get a demolition or put them in an awkward situation. I want to see all 3 commit. I want to see 3, even if it's 3 crossbar hits, I just want to see 3 players take the shot. Just work together as a team as we get into game 3. Moving on to Manfield. Magnus loft in this one. Cooks are now out a lot in the area. Speed in the midfield looking for the pass. Greasy will break things up. Speed adjusts to challenge but misses. Greasy gets himself all turned around in the corner. And that'll leave Flakes and Magnus here in the back. Cooks are now looking for a shot from the corner. Didn't even look for the pass. Here's Speed with a follow-up. This one's wide of the goal. Now, the pass across. A lot was in position, but Greasy Meister makes the save off to the edge. We'll be able to dodge the goal for just a moment. Pressure still on, though, for Mouz. Speed with a shot from the far side. This is in. What a play. Speed gets on the board first.
Yeah, this is just Cooks here trying to hang on to the ball, deny Complexity the ability to push out of their own half, and Speed just makes a banger of a read, and save that if you can. 71, that's fast.
Yeah, 114 kilometers per hour. Absolute laser. Speed. Nice setup again. Countered by Flakes, and now Magnus back to midfield. Flakes underneath him. Holding on to the ball, but lost it there as touched a little bit too strong off his hood. Mouz now with the counter. Magnus over the edge. A lot with the attempt now, Magnus. Over towards Greasy. 2 players advanced from Complexity. Flakes and Magnus will tag team this one out of their half. Cooks here with an attempt, now Greasy.
And it's that touch right there. I mean, Cooks here, he can probably try and bring that ball down, but he just has to poke it forward and hope he can make the follow-up challenge. Same with a lot. Mouz is just sitting with 2 players on the back line, and they have nowhere else to put the ball.
See, Flakes, he was at the midfield line, 2 players in front of him. They had kind of the sticky situation for Mouz, but decided to fall back. And maybe it was the right decision, but at the same time, Greasy looking for the double tap. Not going to be able to make it go in. Here's Flakes to keep the pressure on. Now, where is Magnus? He'll challenge up. Greasy Meister now with the opportunity. He's up against a lot. Double commit on defense will work out for Mouz. They get that one back to midfield. Or do they sort themselves out as Flakes comes back in, tries to get it through Speed in front of the box. Here's Magnus into Cookser, off to the wall. And Greasy Meister will keep the pressure on for a moment. Complexity's starting to do a better job of advancing his 3 men. Flakes to the edge.
Like the idea from Flakes. Definitely trying to go all the way across the pitch, spread the defense out. And an extended stay here for Complexity is Speed again, forced to just punch it up the pitch. Going for the demo, though.
The demo into Greasy, breaking it up finally. The ball will find its way back into the blue box. Across halftime, Complexity yet to score here in game 3. A lot up to Speed. Flakes able to intercept. Magnus with the shot. Oh my goodness. Magnus out of the corner. What a redirect.
They eat this up. A lot misses the pass to Speed. It's behind him. And Flakes comes in, rips it right back up the field to Magnus. And a strong shot. 119.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Speed, I see your 114 kilometers per hour. And I raise you by 5. Off to the edge. Complexity tie it up. 2:15 left to go. A challenge from Mouz, not any good. Here's Greasy moving down the field. They're not really able to get it out of their half. They just had to play it onto the wall over and over again. Now Flakes with the attempt. A lot in Cookser in the corner. Not able to do anything. It's up to Speed. Magnus versus Speed on this high corner. There's Cookser with a shot. Greasy and Magnus the counter back to midfield. A lot with the shot from the middle. Speed on the enemy backboard. Try to create chaos. There's a bit of a double commit as well. With 1:40 left to go. Mouz still knocking on the door here. Just keeping it rotating back in from midfield. Flakes now finally breaking out, but no boost. So made it into the orange. Magnus and Greasy both airborne on that. Luckily for them, this ball has stayed nice and high and actually in off the ground from Magnus. What could have been a mistake to be punished turns into a goal.
Yeah, Cookser just gets a little too far behind it. He was definitely trying to stay, well, I should say in front of it, because that means the ball sticks in his box, and just didn't make the perfect read. Just kicked it right back off the ceiling and into the middle instead of up the pitch. And aggressive positioning, that's another one.
And Complexity now with the lead. 1:17 left to go. Flakes going to make use of the ball reset. Magnus trying to move out. Now Cookser control. Flick high. Greasy will counter. Flakes onto the edge. Speed back to the midfield. Flakes over the top of one. Speed back passes to Cookser before
There we go.
Complexity could punish. Now Cookser with a miss in the corner. Speed gives it back to him. The pass in field to a lot. The shot just high of the goal. Cookser gets blocked by Flakes as he tried to finish it up. And now Speed looking to set up one of the teammates. A lot's airborne. All the defense misses. Flakes, though, manages to recover, get in front of it. Cookser couldn't make the shot happen. And Greasy Meister on the retreat blocks Speed. Mouse continue to knock on the door to try and tie this up. And everything from Complexity is just enough. 26 seconds left. Magnus high. Cookser back down. Here's Flakes. Speed puts it in the midfield. Greasy's happy to pick it up. It's a lot alone in goal. Greasy Meister back out to Flakes. The interception comes through and Speed will block it off the edge. Now a 1v2. Cookser and Speed will make it work. They completely balled the upfield defense. 9 seconds left and we're all tied up.
Definitely worried, Magnus. Went for the fake challenge to see if Speed would do something. Speed keeps it locked on the hood. He's definitely aware of the pass option, but cuts a little too far out to the right. Speed notices and punishes.
It's the moment Magnus bit back in on Speed.
Yep.
Speed's free just to put the ball in that direction. If it goes in, great. If not, Cookser's there. And that'll send us to overtime. Last minute heroics.
That's the best the Mouse offense has looked in this entire series. I mean, they're definitely finally getting the ball across the pitch out to teammates instead of just forward off the wall.
Oh, no way. That's how this game goes. All right, some defensive mistakes may be caused by Greasy's positioning here, but Flakes finishes it off in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Speed expecting a touch. Cookser definitely having to deal with a strong shot in a position not advantageous to him, and tip of the cap to Flakes, noticing the open right-hand side and nailed it.
Man, Complexity find a second game. All of their games that they've scored 3 goals or more have been in this series. And now, I believe, I'm not actually certain I'm positive about this, but is this their first match point of the season? This is the first time they've actually had a chance to win a series? One game away. Either way, they haven't managed to ever win this game if they've been here this season. So this is a big one for Complexity. They will look for, I believe they've had a game 5, so I don't think this is their first match point. But either way, Complexity looking to finish off this series as they find that overtime victory. Man, it was funny. It seems like we got into overtime the same way overtime was decided, with some defense being like, oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. All right, well, that's a goal. So
Reminds me a lot of, what was it, Mouse in Barcelona, where it's just the first couple games where everyone's like, I don't know what defense is. But people
if you have the ball and you can shoot, good for you.
Good for you. But there was a couple of great things here from Mouse on offense. It's all the problems fixed, at least at the end of regulation. They had a couple of great stints, people in position across the pitch, waiting to cover clears and putting the ball back towards teammates. Unfortunately, Complexity still edges out the win.
Well, and I think both teams improved on the working together as a unit that we were talking about last game. We saw extended sieges from both teams with, repeated shots and keeping the ball trapped in enemy territory. The funny thing was, it didn't seem like any of those sieges actually resulted in goals. It was the outlier situations that resulted in the ball going betwixt the posts. So we'll see if Complexity can finish this one off here in Game 4, or are we bound for Game 5? Again, Mouse, they have begun the Game 5 in all 3 of their series so far this season.
So knowing Mouse, another one imminent. Complexity's lost both of their Game 5s this season, however.
Cookser to the goal. Greasy Meister gets this away. And just to finish that thought, the one thing Mouse can hang their hat on is this will not be a reverse sweep no matter what. Broken that pattern. Magnus airborne, up against Speed, back over the side. Here's Greasy, shot towards the goal in the lot, send it away. Lot now in the other corner. Cookser, airborne.
Oh, has he got it?
2-touch off the post. Here's Speed to finish it. He does it. Well done to Cookser there. A nice setup there, and just gives Speed a softball.
And that's really just the speed of Cookser that's so valuable. Makes that, fair enough. He makes that read so quick. Beats the first man despite being the second to jump. and just the control to just finesse that around the last guy and make it a tap-in for his teammate. Well done.
Mouz on the board early again. Complexity find the tie. Mouz out to Flakes. Lofted. Baiting in a lot. A lot will win the challenge. Now Magnus. A full tank of boost to work with. Greasing underneath. Speed will beat both of them. Now a lot to the corner. Flakes will look to gain control. Loses it to Cookser now in front of the box. Mouz trying to pressure. Here's Flakes. Not going to happen. A lot now onto the backboard again. Cookser's looking for it. He's up. Greasy Meister misses and he shoots it straight at Magnus and it still goes in. Magnus's touch wasn't enough. 2-0 Mouz.
And this isn't exactly my favorite approach from Mouz. I mean, Speed has that ball, or a lot has that ball, either to the left-hand corner where Cookser just stole the boost, or towards the backboard, which is fairly defended by Complexity. Complexity just doesn't handle it very well, makes a weak touch, and Cookser makes a great follow-up.
Excellent recovery from Greasy Meister. The kickoff not going their way, but just to get back in time, take the ball away from Speed. Flakes with a flick pass too. A lot moves up from the backfield, puts it into the corner. Magnus with a miss. Here's a shot from a lot, just high. Greasy and Flakes double commit. Speed shot up to a lot. Can he find it? No. Magnus will get down and in the way. Now Cookser in for the third man. Flakes has it out to Magnus. Off the wall and a crazy bounce. Magnus, the attempt to move it up, got it into the orange corner. There's Speed with a miss. Greasy a little bit low on boost, but goes for the slow play on Cookser, and it's not going to work. Here's Flakes now onto the backboard once more. Speed will intercept him, meet him at the point of contact, send it away, and now ball's back into the blue as we approach halftime.
And again, you see Mousesports a lot of times, two players on the same part of the pitch, finally a pass across to a lot, but off the mark.
Speed waits for the ball in midfield. Nobody else from his team advanced with him. Cookser now up to Speed in the cherry pick. Make contact. Flakes now off the ceiling. Looks to extend this play out of his half. Gets it set up for Greasy Meister. No challenge from Mouz, and the play will work. But they don't advance behind that ball. Again, players all the way back in their own territory. Greasy Meister blocks the midfield shot. Speed put it behind one. Now looks for the push behind Magnus. Greasy Meister with the pass. Flakes again, just punting high. He'll get it over the top of a lot. Speed, no pressure. Advances from the midfield all the way. 140 left to go. Magnus over the top of one. A lot in his corner. Beats the first player, Greasy. The pass across to Flakes. Magnus finding the bump on Speed, and that's a goal. What a play from Complexity.
Beautiful play here from Complexity. They finally take advantage of all the space Mouz has been allowing them. Great pass across, pressure in the net on Speed, forcing him to think about the demo as well. And a well-placed ball from Flakes to the far post.
134 left to go. Complexity showing life in game 4.
That's all the things you want right there out of an offense.
Love to finish this one off before that critical game 5. A win in the midfield. Magnus looking to set up Greasy Meister. Speed has to read the situation, but no contact happens, so Speed will have that ball on his own backboard. Magnus past one now, into the corner. A soft touch from a lot. Flakes has the opportunity. Speed gets demolished in the back line. Flakes, though, couldn't gain control in time, and Cookser and a lot will be able to counter this one. Greasy, though, up. Speed on the respawn. Here's Magnus with a shot. A lot makes the block. Flakes is in position to put it back into the corner. Greasy Meister now closing back in. 3-man offense. Here they go. Speed trying to get it across his own goal and does so. Magnus the pass back out to Flakes. Speed with not a solid contact. And Complexity stays up on offense. Flakes back to Greasy, wins the challenge again. And the pressure continues to build here. Flakes looks for Magnus on the far side, wins another challenge. Speed's got to play this one, and there's a nice solid touch up to the ceiling. Magnus and Greasy, though, managed to find a response at midfield. Cooks are in a lot, both balled in the corner. Here's Flakes with the shot and the tie game. Complexity put the pressure on shot after shot, and finally Mouz cracked.
Real nice job of handling all those clears from Complexity. Mousesports definitely trying to find every way they can, but they could never just get a strong touch all the way to the opposite end. Even that last one from Speed kissed the ceiling and came back down, and Flakes jumped on it.
With 30 seconds left, it's a tie game, and Complexity are one goal away from their first win of the season. Speed with the advance. Magnus will challenge him just to take it off his hood. Flakes will try to push it away, but Cookser's there. Now the three-man push from Mouz. Can they take this lead right back? As this ball is dangerous in front. A good touch from Magnus over the edge. Flakes will move up, beats Speed. 9 seconds left. 8-7 as Cookser puts this one just high. Magnus creates a threatening situation again. Greasy out to midfield. Flakes will win the challenge. Does he have enough boost to finish this off through the air? No, it's just off the post, and we'll go to overtime in game 4.
I thought he had that.
That would have been nuts if he scored that.
Giving me a heart attack.
Greasy Meister to finish it all. To win the series, tries, but now a lot with control. Magnus and Flakes in the backfield. A lot gets it past one. Flakes is going to get demolished. Speed there. Greasy Meister moves in from the side. Speed just didn't quite have enough of his namesake to get there. And Cookser will be able to push it away.
Can you imagine if Mouz would actually have an option to the side? This is picked off by Flakes and punched off the bar, but a lot made a beautiful play there, and it's because Speed had to come from all the way on his own half that they can't confirm the goal.
Flakes found so many bumps right there, but Greasy couldn't push out of this corner, and the ball stays in the blue. Now Speed shot towards the goal. Greasy Meister's got the save, and Magnus tries to challenge, but a lot's already got him well beat. Flakes will take control on the ground. 2 players in front of him. Ball's Cookser. Now the next player. 1v1. Can he do it? Tries to go for the fake on him. Nearly dunks him, but Speed able to caress it to the corner. Get that one away. We'll stay playing here.
Oh, here we go.
First minute expires. Magnus beats a lot cleanly. Cookser has to adjust for defense. The play of the corner, not the best. Flakes up, the pass down in. Greasy Meister's there. Shot towards the goal. It's saved by Speed. Speed now trying to advance back out. Counterattack to Magnus, and Magnus has the block. Cookser, though, picking up control. Speed won't find any demolitions. Actually, he does. Gets Magnus on his way out just at midfield. But Flakes neutralized this challenge. We'll chill out for just a moment.
Finally, Cookser comes to close the gap. And it's just the defense from Mouz is allowing so much space. They never are able to build that crushing pressure.
Here's a lot off the backboard. Greasy, uncontested, has this all the way. Up against Speed and net, looks for the shot. Speed's got the block. Here's the shot from Flakes, and a lot makes the play. 1:44 on the clock, and Cookser tries to get it out of his own half, but the pressure from Complexity continues. Finally, Speed will find a ball all to himself, but immediately countered back into the orange corner by Greasy. And a lot's going to take 2 touches to get this one out. It should be challenged, but nobody's really there. Greasy Meister in midfield takes it off of his hood, but a demolition in goal. Flakes, no contact. Greasy will just find the punt away, and Flakes tries to extend this one underneath Cookser. Speed now through the air. A lot underneath. Over the top of one. Off the backboard. Greasy misses, and a lot will finally double tap it in what is, I don't know, Baby's first double tap here will win the game.
How much boost did Speed have? I was watching him do that aerial the whole way, and I just always thought it was about to just peter out, and just that last burst of it to punch it high off the wall and beat the last man, and I about lost it if a lot kicked that off the post.
My goodness. Speed with the double. Speed and Greasy Meister, opposite sides of the field, double savior medals, 6 saves apiece. What a goal. What a game. To get us into overtime, the near 0 second, the buzzer beater to win it. Like, what a stylish way that would have been. Just slightly off target.
Yeah, he just missed it. But again,
man,
watching this game, Mouz wins, and I think Complexity played the better game.
I got to give it to Mouz on the overtime saves.
That is true.
The play in net. So much pressure from Complexity. Many excellent shots, but they kept their wits about them on the goal line, made sure to get that ball away, break up some pressure. They got themselves out of a sticky situation against a very hot Complexity team there. Complexity
but unfortunately,
that was the best we've seen them.
Complexity still went on to score after all that pressure is the unfortunate thing. But in the overtime, yes, absolutely some great defense from Mouz. In regulation, though, Complexity definitely playing the better game. Game 5, I gotta favor Complexity.
I don't know. Mouz has been to Game 5 3 times. This is their 4th. This is par for the course.
I know.
This is the way of the road for Mousesports. They're playing Game 5 again, and they've won 2 reverse sweeps already this season.
I know.
I don't
Complexity
know.
hasn't won anything. But
I cannot give favorite.
I think they're playing well. I think Complexity is playing the better game, despite Mouz winning the last 2 games of this series. I feel like Complexity is going to get a W here.
We'll see. So Mouz plays their 4th Game 5 in 4 series. Speed trying to get this out of his own corner. Magnus will put it right back. Cookser tries to extend it. Flakes touches very high. Cookser up, doesn't make contact. He's going to need, man, just defense is all over the place right now for Mouz. Greasy will have plenty of time to push this back. Pass back from Magnus to Greasy. Excellent play. Broken up by Speed. Magnus up to try and extend it out to Flakes. Speed's presence will shake Flakes off that ball.
And then he just left right at the end. All he had to do was get right in Flakes' face in the corner. It would have been much more dangerous.
Oh, this dangerous ball anyways for Mouz. Magnus will get this one out using a lot. It's a pool cue. Greasy out of the corner. Cookser has him red. Flakes in the net. Move up on the backboard. Doesn't make contact. Here's the pressure from Mouz, but just too far back. One player farther up, and that's a goal for them easily. The ball back in front of the box. A lot will try to take this one away, but Flakes extends it back to his own team. A lot finally. A pop past Greasy. Flakes to follow. Cookser's got it underneath, but Magnus on the goal line's got the save. 3:37 left to go. Neither team on the board in the decisive Game 5.
Really just the approach a little too slow from Mouz here. Cookser has no options really, and they're always looking for the touch somewhere off the wall.
What a play indeed as Speed and Flakes up onto the wall. Here's Greasy. Nice extension. Cookser to Speed now. Back into the box. Magnus and Flakes up. Over the top of a lot. Bumped though. Won't be able to recover. Here's Speed now with a lot under tow. Cookser in his back corner. Flakes has him beat. Speed will move in. Solid rotations from Mouz here on defense. A lot with a shot or with a save needed.
Oh, he missed.
Oh my goodness. Complexity with opportunities that just absolutely slipped through their fingers.
That was free.
They had the opportunity to get the lead there as we are nearly to halftime. Neither team on the board. Last few games we've seen early goals.
Definitely put an asterisk at 2:45 on the clock. If this game is decided by one goal, Flakes is going to be kicking himself.
There's Magnus off the wall, Greasy up. Flakes on the far side. Onto the edge, back in front of the box. None of his teammates there. Magnus will loft it again, but nobody's really home to make use of this. Greasy will think about it, but
touch.
Too much pressure. Mal's able to clear that one well. Now Magnus back to the corner. Cookser, all the power. Greasy with the read. Speed on the back wall. Has to clear it, and he does. 2:05 left to go. As time starts to wane, every goal will mean more. Flakes holds onto this one high. Loses it down a lot now. Into the midfield. Flakes wanted to think about the demolition on the Speed, but Speed was long gone by the time he got there. Now Greasy advancing, looking for more bumps. Cookser out of his corner. Flicks Magnus. Flakes advancing back. Cookser could possibly do this by himself, but sets up Speed instead. Ball still high, still needs a lot. Speed tries to drop it himself. The lot moved in too far. And now Cookser, though, onto the open net. Magnus makes the save. Oh my goodness, he's got it away. And we're still scoreless with 1:25 left to go.
Great defense from Complexity. Again, really defending that wall. Speed trying to get one quickly through Magnus, and a great save. Second chance for a lot off the wall.
Cookser still aggressive on the enemy backboard. Flakes will pinch it away. Speed with a shot from midfield. Magnus continues. Magnus has gotten warmed up in net. A player who built a career on defense. He's back here again. Flakes through one. A lot falls back. Cookser's got him beat, but Magnus up. Lofts it. Greasy thinks about it. Nobody wants to bite. Magnus called him off of it, kept him up in the air, and now Greasy goes, but Speed's already beat him. Now Flakes alone in goal. Speed wins the challenge. He's got this set up. Where's Cookser? He's coming on in against Magnus. This time can't quite get it around that corner. With 38 seconds left, Greasy through two. A lot now in the backfield. Stolen by Magnus. Cookser and Speed in the back. Magnus thinks about it, tries. Now Flakes up against two. Cookser. He's got it through one. Greasy back to midfield. A lot to the backboard. Magnus off to the edge. Speed and Cookser lurking at the mid. Shot from the midfield is wide. 13 seconds left. Looking like we're going to golden goal. Flakes through one. Here's the final countdown. Can they win it here in the waning moments? Speed just keeps this ball high. Greasy will stall it out as well. They'll just go to overtime in Game 5. One goal will give one of these teams a win. The Complexity be their first of the season. Can they do it?
And is Flakes off the hook, or is Magnus an absolute hero in Game 5?
It's Flakes through one. Speed, uncontested. A lot finds bumps, but Greasy Meister, after being bumped, manages to make the save, get it away. Cookser, no shot was there. Speed now through 2. No, Flakes has him countered. A lot airborne. Keeps this one out. Speed with an opportunity here. Doesn't make contact. That's going to be a long recovery for him. Magnus and Greasy trying to push it out, but Cookser's got the counter. Now Flakes to the edge. Speed half rotates back in. Cookser demolished in front. A lot with the shot. It puts it in. Mouz take another game 5, and Complexity keep looking for that first win.
Comes down to a smoke screen right here. Magnus doesn't see the ball fly through the smoke, has to react late, and a lot just smashes it as hard as he can. And they will indeed come out with the win in game 5. And devastating for Complexity. You had it. You had him dead.
So many opportunities. Not just in this game, but in the last as well. Opportunities, 1 goal away, heartbreakers. And I gotta say, I still think that part of the situation here is the experience of players like Cookser playing in final games.
I did want to bring that up as that overtime got going, but a lot was happening. And Cookser was, I do feel like his particular brand of understanding and the speed he brings is incredibly valuable. You can always trust that. Get the ball on offense or out of a tough spot, you can always depend on him.
Yeah, a lot was happening as he scored the final goal here. Well done by them. Speed able to set that one up. And again, man, yeah, no save. There was literally Flakes had a save. Nobody else had saves except for Magnus, who had 6.
Yeah.
So that is that's 6 savior medals across the last 2 games that were handed out there. Pretty crazy stuff there. But, man, heartbreak for Complexity. They'll keep looking for that first win in Season 8 here. But we're going to move on to the next series. Take a quick break here on the RLCS. When we come back, Veloce taking